and Kurt Pilon.
Kind of a free spirit if you don't know Kurt Pilon. I mean, he is very energized, but he reminds you a little bit of, remember the Red Sox pitcher, Bill Spaceman Lee? I mean, you're never quite sure what's going to come out of his mouth.
Yeah, he comes off as being like a really shy, quiet guy, but he's hysterical. He's a funny guy.
How'd he shake off the rust? Well, he'd bowl for 3 weeks, take a week off, bowl for 3 weeks, take a week off, bowl for 3, and take a week off.
Here's a guy with a practice regimen that's second to none and an outstanding work ethic. Hall of Famer Brian-Voss.
Come on, Brian.
And he got ready for Peoria by going over to Japan for the Japan Cup. Missed the TV show there by what, 30 pins?
Yeah, he said he missed by 30. Watch the angle that Brian-Voss is playing. Great at manipulating the bowling ball in his roll, changing his release. That's pretty straight. Just goes to show you don't have to throw the big hook to strike, especially when the lane conditions are tough.
When he practices all the tricks that he brings in the bag. But the one weakness that he works on, ironically, is the straight ball, because he knows it's his weakness. I mean, it's like you with your game of golf.
Well, it is his weakness, going really, really straight. Right now he's going real straight, but with a little pop in the back end. But you're right, he gets in there and he practices his straight ball first. That straight ball almost missed. Watch the free swinging Brian-Voss. Just such a great, simple game. His head doesn't move. Nice, compact game. That's why he's been great for the last 20 years.
Kurt last night what he would do all day. I mean, we likened it to waiting around for Monday Night Football with the 7 o'clock start here in Peoria. He said, well, I think I'll sleep till 4.
Yeah, well, looks like he got a lot of rest because he just started the match with 2 strikes.
Defeated Hugh Miller in the round of 32. Danny Weissman, who's actually on PBA.com right now doing a little live chat, a little play-by-play on the PBA website.
Pilon just opening up the entire lane. Looks like he's got a great reaction. Look at the rotation on this shot. This is what enables the ball to get back from going so far to the right. Once the ball grabs the lane, it's going to go travel in the direction of rotation. Again, we see the 6-pin going to the wall and taking a 10 out, and that's a really good sign. That's telling you that your ball roll is really conducive to the pattern.
You don't see that very often.
5-count washout. 2 rules of thumb in converting this spare. You get the ball to the right of the head pin and make it this way, have the ball deflect into this, or you get the ball into this area here and you throw the head pin into the 610.
That last ball was his fastest in the match at 20 miles an hour, so not that smooth rhythm that we'd seen before.
Well, the extra speed kept that ball from hooking. The slower you throw it, the more it's going to grab the lane. The faster you throw it, the straighter it's going to go. Again, this pattern, this condition, this sport condition that the pros have been bowling on this week, big emphasis on making shots. Right now, Brian's fishing to get to the pocket. Leaves the 310. The idea with this spare is you try to cover both pins with the bowling ball. that ball into here, and it'll take out the 10 pin.
Down by 48. We're live on a Tuesday night here in Peoria. How about ESPN's Wednesday night baseball? First up at 7 o'clock Eastern time, the Braves in that first place tie with the Phillies up against the Marlins. They're in the Royal of the Spoiler. And then the Giants and the Dodgers, that great rivalry. Giants 2.5 back in the wild card chase. And on ESPN2, 8 o'clock Eastern time, St. Louis lost out to the Astros 9-2 last night. Stros with 7 in the 5th. That's on ESPN2 tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Three in a row for Kurt. Gets up on the right lane. Looks like he gets a little soft. Leaves the 3-6-10.
And for some of the young bowlers who might be watching, a graduate of that Michigan Junior Masters program, all right, paved the way to become a pro.
Nicknamed the Big Wheel. Nicely done. Watch the ball going to the right of the 3 pin. Drives the 6 into the 10. Changes to a ball that goes much straighter.
You know, when we talked to Kurt about the new format, he said it forces you to make decisions quicker.
Especially on TV. Single elimination, you lose, you're out. The same thing with the match play format. The only difference is the best 3 out of 5. Here it's just one game. That's a direct result of the shot on the right lane, the shot that went high, leaving the 3-6-10. The next thing the player does when he gets up to throw the next shot, he's going to try to get it right.
Here's what happens, right, when you don't find the pocket.
Excuse me, Jim. This ball doesn't even catch the piece of the head pin. Leaves the 1-2-4.
Brian-Voss.
Oh, he had a commanding lead there, and you just let Brian back in the, let him back in.
And knows it. You can tell from that reaction.
You know, Brian-Voss is not the guy that you want to give any kind of openings to.
Kurt says of his opponent, the man on your screen right there, he repeats shots as well as anybody who bowls.
Says Brian's mentally tough, stays within his game, and he's got all the tricks. Brian's just changed his angle. Going into the extreme inside line.
Oh.
See, that's what makes Brian a great champion. He was playing the extreme outside line, saw that his reaction wasn't very good, and moved immediately inside. And also just got a shot clock violation.
Well, we talked about PBA.com. You can log on to the website, PBA.com, find out the latest PBA information, where we'll be next week in Nashville. And right now, if you log on, you can get a little play-by-play from Danny Weissman. You can watch it on TV and turn down Randy Peterson. Don't. We're live in Peoria. The Chief, the wild card, is advanced against Steve Wilson. Still to come, Paul Kaler. Semifinalists, Brian-Voss, Kurt Pilon.